Hi, morning everyone. Yeah, very good morning indeed. Look at the purples in the sky. What a way to start the day, hey? So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about probably the best photography tip you can ever learn, in my opinion, and that is the weather. Being able to understand the weather to get that good photo. So yeah, let's run through this and see. Now, obviously, the weather makes a massive impact on if you have a good photo or not. So if you don't get good lighting and all good weather or new conditions, you can make something work, but it might not be what you're expecting. So let's try and maximise your chances that you can get. So when it comes to planning, I was looking on a couple of apps last night. So my general process is I will use Clear Sky. So on Clear Sky, it was telling me last night that at 6 o'clock this morning, I'll have 37% cloud coverage, and most of that will be high clouds, which I kind of prefer low to medium for sunrises, especially to kind of get those colours with the boats and the coast. I thought that's not too bad. I'll get some of the clouds bouncing light off, which is what you can see in the background, although it's a little bit overexposed there. Yeah, as you can see in the background there, that's what we got. Perfect, right? Obviously, there's not enough in the sky to get it in the direction that I potentially wanted, but that's something I knew last night when I made that. So I'll do that and have a little look on Clear Sky, and then I'll go to BBC Weather, and I'll check on BBC Weather and just see what they're saying, see what the forecast is like. It says clear with light winds, very good visibility, feels like 7, so I'm able to wear a big coat and my hat. And then my other one is I use Alpha Pro as well, and this isn't a sponsored one, by the way. I use them to kind of gauge, and they reckon that it was going to be a fair sunrise this morning at 33%. So they tell you all the different times that events are happening. So when it's blue hour, when it's golden hour, sunrise, daytime, golden hour, and stuff. I don't pay for the free version. I don't pay for it. I use the free version. I think it's really good, and it tells me that sunrise is at 6:32. And it says when the golden hour is and the good coverage as well. So that's the kind of free apps that I tend to go to and kind of plan my sessions really. So I knew today was going to be clear, relatively clear, crisp, some cool colours. But yeah, the tide has thrown me off a little bit. I was going to go, so there's a little bit further up here. So I'm in Fort Bay. Now, Shoebury Nest is that side, and we've got lots of old war memorial stuff there. So I was thinking about going to Gunners Point and doing some drone footage, which I think I'm going to go and do now, rather than kind of getting the sort of ripples in the sand and the low tide of the boats. Because I was hoping that I could be shooting kind of that way and getting all the colours over in this direction. I'll show you in that direction. Over in that direction. You see there's some really cool kind of clouds and stuff over there. But yeah, like I said, not going to happen this morning. I think it's just a bit too deep for the wellies and stuff as well. So I think now it's time to get the drone out and get some drone footage and see how sunrise goes and point more in the direction of sunrise. So I quite like these beach huts behind me. I think they're making a nice effect. I'm actually going to go to the other side of these beach huts and shoot with the sunrise bouncing off the back of these, looking out into the coast. So let's go do that. Let's go see what we think that looks like. Cool, I'm going to need to get used to these cold mornings. Definitely not used to these. I have my gloves in the car as well. So I really like the radio tower there. And I like these here. I'm not getting these backlit yet, so the backlit ones will be along here. But some of them look a bit groggy. Crows are out. So I'll probably move a little bit further down and get some nicer looking beach huts. But I do just quite like this scene here. So I think I'm going to take this camera off the tripod for a second. And then I'm going to try and frame it up roughly where you got it now. So I'll have this probably on the thirds line. And then kind of shooting out that way. So that will kind of be the feature with these kind of doing as well. So it should be in like a nice L shape is what I'm thinking. I don't mind so much these being here. Obviously I prefer these not to be here for a proper landscape shot. I might go a little bit closer or might Might zoom in. Let's try a few different angles and see which one we think is best. I'll do 24 and go this side of the fence. That's cool, but then I want to really isolate this. If I stand here, I can get the sun reflection in. Oh, it's not really my style of photography, but I like that. I like that a lot. Make sure there's no runners in it. Although I am going to have to Photoshop out that security camera because that just does not go with the old rustic theme of things. So hopefully you can see what I was thinking with this. So going back to weather, the reason weather is important. So if you've seen my Instagram and you've seen some of my other videos, you know I like stormy content. I like mood. I like drama. This is nice. This has a mood to it as well, but this isn't the dramatic stuff I normally go for. I like a lot of colour. I like to sort of fill the frame with that. Whereas this is a bit more minimalistic in a way, but also very nice. And I think you can shoot in any type of conditions. Like if it's misty, you can get very, very dramatic shots. If it's overcast, maybe not so much, but that's maybe where you go black and white. You do more minimalistic shots. Stuff like this, colour fills the sky really good. No clouds in the sky, I find this quite tricky. They're the ones I tend to try and avoid unless I'm shooting directly in the sun. And I've got like a really strong subject matter like going into sun. So if I'm like at a peak of a mountain or at a river or somewhere where you really feel that impact for that. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say essentially is you can shoot in all conditions, but I think if you're going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, like it is today, you're going to want a good reason to get up, right? So I think if you maximise your chances of getting a good shot, all you have to worry about is choosing a location, which hopefully you'll do the night before as well, and then figuring out your composition. So all I'm doing today is I'm literally just here going, well, I know what the light's going to be like, I know what the kitchen's going to be like, what direction do I want to shoot in and what subject I want to be. So it allows those creative things to just flow and you can kind of get into the zone more. Whereas I think if you're not sure about weather or where you're at as well, sometimes motivation as well. I didn't want to get up this morning, but I knew I wanted to get up. I knew I wanted to shoot this video. I knew conditions would be good. So it also helps from a motivation perspective. So I hope these tips helped. Enjoy some of these B-roll. I'm going to go and fly the drone now. I'll put some drone footage in now and you can see that. And yeah, enjoy yourselves and thank you for watching. Just as I was walking to set the drone up, look at this. I love the light hitting all of this. And then the Coast Guard tower there as well. I think that makes up for a really good photo. I love the soft light in the mornings. Even getting down low, getting some details in, and getting a perspective like that. Oh, I love the soft light in the morning. Absolutely love it. All the textures.